Good evening, Craftaholic. Good evening, Heather. Good evening, Angela. Good evening, Emma Woods over on YouTube. So you're watching us live on Facebook or on YouTube. Good evening, Sally Ann. Good evening, Erica. It's Erica from Giggleswick. Yay! Helen Louise, Sarah Jarvis over on Facebook, Susan Clamp, the lovely, lovely Janet McRae and Oreo, Samantha Hughes, Vivian Nicholson, Heather Eldridge, Craftaholic. I'll stop reading names out. It's a little bit boring. Just showing you through now some of the absolutely beautiful cards. I've got to say thank you to our Leslie for these, where she's mixed in the stunning new insert dies. I'm so pleased how these have come out with the existing frames. This whole idea, this whole launch is all done for you and by you. Everyone asked, when you do the frame makers, will you do new inserts for them? And this is the first collection of new inserts. So this is our test to see how it goes. And what I've tried to do with these is to give you an entire range that will work for Christmas, because obviously they've got non-Christmas ones in there, as well as for normal time. So that's what we've tried to do. Good evening. Welcome to the live launch. Welcome to the Art of Craft, Crafts 2, John next door. I'm never sure which one you want to call it. So hello, if you're watching us on Facebook. We're hoping Facebook's working, because it wasn't working that well on Wednesday. And we'll hope YouTube keeps working. YouTube both seem to be working at the minute. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about new inserts. I'm talking about what we're trying to do. And this is not just about sort of being crafters and being frugal and being careful. The whole idea of this is also a little bit of trying to be ecological. So instead of saying, I hate this idea. I mean, I do this a lot. So I do this with all of my dies. So I'm thinking, the dies I'm using all the time, my frame makers, go on cards and are kept out. They're in a drawer next to me. So they're not stacked away with all the boxes and everything else. But after a while, I want new things to do with them and we get bored. And so the whole idea was that I know it's a biggish launch because we've done 5 sets all together. But there is 5 brand new sets to match with 5, not only 5 existing dies we've got in our stash, but also to match with dies. These can be used on their own, but these can also be used with other dies that we've got. So other frame makers, like your squares, will work for these. That's why they've been done notched. If they were done just plain, they wouldn't work. So I'm going to take you through each one individually. So let's move us on to the thingy. Oh, you can see me as well as these. We'll leave it like that for a little bit. So there's basically 5 in this collection. So you can, if you want to, buy the whole collection together. There's quite a few different buying options tonight, and I want to go through them slowly because I think it was our Karen asked earlier is what matches with what. So I'm going to go through what's designed to match with what, but they will work with other things as well. So to go through the 5, first of all, you will get all 5 sets. So you have got here, and on each package it tells you, so this is JND 547, and there is a video on YouTube for all 5 of them, for one for each and every one. So don't worry, there's plenty of video support. And this one is designed to match with the JND 506 Notched Vines frame maker. But it will work on its own, and it will work, this one will actually work as well, with the Charlie's Notched frame. And a lot of them will work across. I love how this pattern comes out. That's how we designed, we asked them to lay it out on the board for us. But how beautifully that works all together on its own. So that's your first one, 506. Then you've got 545, which is designed to work with 503 Hopkins Notched frame maker. So each one says that one is the beautiful simplification of the crystal flower. So I'll be going through these individually. Honestly, don't worry. Howdly doodly do, our Anne. Lovely. This is 546, which is designed to go with the 505, the notched circles frame maker. And this one is a beautiful ivy pattern. You'll see them all in more detail, I promise you. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. I love them. Oh, thank you, Linda and our Erica said they bought the bundle this afternoon. Thank you for getting that. It's with your support that we'll do more of these. You know, we thank everyone for that. This one is 543. This is designed to go with the 499 notched floral frame maker. But if you look, they will work as well across each other. This obviously slightly bigger. This is holly. So you've got a holly and an ivy, but they work as leaves. When I show you the samples from our Leslie, you will absolutely love them. Because our Leslie's done all of the samples for this, bless her. I've got to say thank you to her. And then finally, 544, which matches with the 504 Charlie's Notched frame maker. This has a simple punch snowflake that cuts the circle out. 'Cause the other snowflake, which is a square version, has all the beautiful stitch detail, all the beautiful dot detail around it. So everything's been designed to all match together. Now, I've got these in such a mess. I'm going to take you through them individually, because if you want to, you can buy them individually. So if you've just got one, you can get that one. However, if you do want to, you can buy them as a set together. So this one is, let's go for this one first. Oh, it would be the notched circles, wouldn't it? I think this is the notched circles collection. Love this one. Right. Oh, well, Rob's watching. Hello, Rob. Hello, Linda. Hello, Biddy. So this is our notched circles. So find that one. So it's with 505. So it is the ivy. Oh, Christine, thank you. You bought the full collection this afternoon. So basically that is the die set. That is, and this has been this was the most popular, I think, of all of the notched frames, this one. So this one, you can get it on its own, but don't buy it on its own. It's silly. If you haven't got this one and you're wanting to get the insert with it, and this is the one that you really like, then you can get this one for £20.69. And the difference is, here I'll show you, I've got them taped together. So these are brand new inserts to fit. Now you can get the inserts on its own if you don't want the whole collection. You can buy the inserts on their own at £7.99. So if you're saying, right, well, I've got the notched frame maker, I've got the notched circles frame maker, I love that ivy one, I don't want the full collection, I just want that one, you can get that on its own at £7.99. But obviously, if you haven't already got it, you can get this one. Now, Leslie says it's her favourite. These are all the samples, so can you tell this was Leslie's favourite? So this is the one I've done, and this is the video card. So this is the video card that's already on there, yeah? So it works beautifully. I'm doing a different version of this because those four corners work so well together. But these are, look, can you see this is not just for Christmas? Don't think of them as just for Christmas. Here, Leslie's mixed it. I've got them upside down. Leslie's mixed it with beautiful colours. That's with the infinity square, which obviously fits in there as well. Everything going together and matching. So she's used it there with that beautiful pink colour from the pink and the Gerbera daisy. There with the lattice edges, again in a purple. Here, done with green and teal and silk. Lovely, beautiful. None of these would you think that's my favourite. I think that is just gorgeous. All those shades of blues with the Georgian frame. So with all the different elements that I've done before, so they all match together. Here, she's done that beautiful repeating lattice pattern. She's put it onto a rectangular frame. So it will work beautifully on a rectangular frame as well. This is the one with the most samples, I'm afraid. Here, again, non-Christmas. Beautiful. So it will take those dies and then finally, love that, black and yellow. Our black and yellow and a little bit of gold. It's our Lisa. It's our Leslie's latest favourite colour combination, I think. So that is the first option if you want to buy them. Karen's just ordered the bundle. Thank you, Karen. So gorgeous. So that's number one. Right. So you can, of course, as I said, get the whole set if you want to. Or you can go for the next one. So the next one is number two. And this one, this happens to be my favourite. I know, because this was my favourite, I think, of all of the notched frames. That's if I've got the right one. Let's just try and make sure I have notched Hopkins frame. This is my favourite. So this is 26.98. This is 7x5. This is massive. Good evening, our Sarah. So this is the original die set. So this is obviously what you get if you go for the bundle of these ones together. Love that die set. These are the new inserts. Now this is the crystal flower. So, oh Moira, thank you. She ordered the bundle this afternoon. But you can see here what it looks like used in the frame. Absolutely gorgeous, and it works together. So this, I haven't even put this one out yet on Facebook. This is the video card for this selection. So this one's just $26.98 if you think I love that one. And this was one of my favourites. That one was my favourite of these. I think second favourite after the notch circles frame, if I'm honest. But this is the video card. But look how beautiful that middle is. And again, we've marked them as Christmas, but they don't have to be. They work perfectly, like this gorgeous sample here from our Leslie, with the crystal snowflower, because it's the same pattern exactly. So it's the same flower, but it works beautifully with it. So remember, you can get this if you've already got the notched Hopkins frame and you just want the new insert. You can get that for $7.99 if John puts the right graphic up. So you can get that for just $7.99 if you want just that on its own. Or alternatively, you can get the full set of all 5 inserts. And I will be showing you in the demos tonight, even if you don't have the frame maker, you can still use these. So you might only have 2 of them or 3 of them. You might have 4. You might be lucky and have all 5. But it's up to you how you want to do it. But these, absolutely perfect. But here, look at this. Matched it in with that Sent with Love sentiment that was in the middle of my oval belly band die set from last year. But how gorgeous is it on this sort of jade green against a light green? Good evening, Grimsby. Love this. Mixed in, because don't forget, all of the 5x7 and the 6x4 inserts will fit together across with this frame. So here Leslie's just used 2, 1 in each corner, and really gone to town with a red, black and gold and glitter. Love that. And then finally, this was my favourite. Love this, with the stripes in the middle like that. Yep. And that beautiful frame. So that is your Charlie or your Hopkins notched frame option. And then let's see, what are we on next? What have we got? It's like a surprise for me as to what is next. I have to try and look up really closely and see what that one is. In fact, I might even have, this is really bad. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can read it. Notched vines. It's too small in front of me. Can you believe it? I've got to that age where I need glasses. There again, we all do. This, the notched vines. This is my favourite of the squares. Do you know, I keep going on about this favourites and things. So that's, again, the original die set. Yeah. So that's our original die set that you can get. And again, you can buy that with the insert included, which has a $7.99 value. So you're saving 10% on all of these. And remember, these are all exclusive to us here. Have you ever bundle of the original frame makers? We haven't, Rob. No, we haven't put an original bundle of them together. However, if you are wanting to go to that, if you put each of the 5 with the inserts in your basket, that would be the same price as having an original bundle of those and the discounted bundle of that, because the discount's the same. So you are saving, you're saving over 10% if you go for, if you go for each 5. You'd have to put each one in your bundle. And you know, it's going to be over £100. But remember, it's free P&P over £20. So this is your vines one. So again, here's your video. I've kept this one simple. Now, and I know this is Christmas, but you don't have to use it for that. It's got a beautiful, but this is just using it all on its own. Love this one. So this is the video, yeah? Gay, oh, brilliant. Thank you. She's ordered the corner die. There we go. So these are like having corner dies. Just use them like that. This I loved of Leslie's, was so clever. And this one, beautifully framed, again with that snowflower. And then she's got a crystal black. And then the snowflakes that we launched a couple of weeks ago in there. Absolutely beautiful. It just allows us to take these frames that little bit further. So this one is just $26.98. I am trying to move on as quickly as I can. As quickly as I can with these. Now this one is. This is the Charlie, which matches with the Hopkins. So again, similar idea. This is the original die set. So this one's just $23.82. And remember, that's the full die set. And you're going to get the insert with it. So as I've said before, if you want just the insert, you've already bought this die and you just want that insert, you don't want any of the others, you can get that for $7.99. All of these are $7.99 on their own, but obviously there's no discount on that. However, if you want the two together, you can get those for just £23.82, which will give you the full die set and the inserts to match it. Or if you want all of the inserts, you can get the whole set, all 5 of them, for just $37.95. Free P&P. I mean, I can't remember the last time you could get brand new exclusive die sets, 5 of them, for less than £40. That's absolutely crazy. Oh, thank you. Arzine has placed her order. Who's that one? Oh, been playing with her prize. Yes, Samantha got her prize for the Zoom class. Remember, there's a new Zoom class. Is it 2 weeks on Saturday? 2 weeks yesterday? Absolutely beautiful. Really worth doing the Zoom class. I will mention that at the end. Is the crystal black card or glittered afterwards? It's glittered afterwards, Andy. So this is your Hopkins. Love this. So here again is your video card. I'm not sure if I've even put this one out yet. But this is the card using the poinsettia. But again, using those inserts in a different way to give a beautiful centre panel. And you could work all, they just work so well as corners. One of our beautiful ones from our Leslie, using our sprays and just shading some of the deer scenes. Absolutely love that. Left every piece in. A gold and white, my favourite. Love that. Absolutely beautiful. With the Happy Christmas. So again, with our bold Christmas, all our sentiments are designed to fit. And I thought this was so clever with the snowflower, with a little white centre die, but also using that vertical Merry Christmas that was in with the snowflakes. Works beautifully together. Love this. Really, really pleased with this set. So that's that one. And then finally, we have one left, which is our grand set, I suppose. So is this going to be... No. Is that... No, where are we? Looking in the wrong place, John. No, there. Yay! I think that's right. Question. Was there a delay in dispatch last weekend's releases? Do you know? No, there was no delay, Helen Louise. They were all orders placed were out on Monday and Tuesday. I don't believe there's any delays at all. Sorry. If you have got a trouble with your order, just email or ring. Email them now or ring in the morning after 10. But they were coming out really close. Nicola says she loves the red snowflowers. Stunning. They are stunning. Well done, Leslie. Absolutely beautiful. So this is, again, your notched floral frame. I've actually put those inserts already in because it's so big. This is the biggest die set we've done. So there is a bigger one than this, but we didn't do new inserts with it because they would be too expensive. So this is your last one at $30.95. So again, remember, you can get this one for $30.95. Or if you want just the beautiful holly inserts on their own, you can get those for $7.99. Or you can get all of them together, if you want to, for just $37.95, which will be all 5. But obviously at the minute we are focusing on this one. This is the I can't get my words right. This is the video card. Here we go. Just notice Helen says ours is still saying processing. Either email them or give them a ring tomorrow. But I think it's probably the post office. As we're getting near Christmas, it's getting later and later. I know our Nicola's had some problems. But this is the video card for this frame. But look, I mean, that looks like the most expensive foiled frame ever. I think this is my... If I was going to go for just one, and I haven't got any of these dies, this is the one I would go for on its own, because this is the largest. This gets you the beautiful square and the centre. I'm going to demo with this one as well. But here again, mixing in with another, I can't even remember the name, some of these dies that Al Leslie's used, but bringing in all older John Next Door dies in there beautifully. But look how stunning that is. Again, not Christmas. Good luck card in grey and black. What a lovely idea. Here, with a beautiful crackled background. Oh, Leslie, you're getting so clever with these. There again, she has been. Leslie's been a demonstrator and teacher in crafts for longer than I have. She knows what she's doing. So absolutely beautiful with that Merry Christmas. Again, white with a lime green. Loved this. White on white. Just how classic that is. And then finally, what I base my card on. Gold and white. Susan said I would buy the inserts just to use. Are so nice if I didn't have frames. Glad I've got the frames. If you've got the frames, you can take it somewhere else. But if you haven't, go for the inserts anyway. Just think about using them on your actual inserts, on your inserts inside your cards. And again, they're not just for Christmas. They will work all year round, because that is holly or a leaf if you want to. Yeah. That is a snowflake, but could be a flower. There's your ivy. There's another flower. There's a snowflake, again, that could be a flower. So that's all 5 of them. Sorry, I have waffled for so long tonight. But something else I want to mention that you need to throw into your basket, so don't check out yet, is as a special offer tonight, Peter and Jane have put the canvas card on at half price. This is crazy. This is 40 sheets of card at £6.49. So this is basically the price I pay. I know that sounds, I know it's like, oh my gosh, you know, John, you shouldn't say that. This is what I pay. This is literally the trade price. This is the cost price. This is what I pay. And I've just had a restock of one of each of all of them. I actually had 12 because I had 2 of the lilac and 2 of the soft pink. But these are all £6.49. This is a limited time. Honestly, fill your boots. This makes that card 15 pence per sheet. So that makes this card 15 pence per sheet. It is absolutely crazy. That's the packs. So you can see it is beautiful, beautiful card. I love this. I personally think that this was something they were going to do on Black Friday, but Peter and Jane have been crazy to do this. So there is 40 sheets of 220 GSM canvas card in each pack, 4 shades in each pack, and each colour are, all 4 colours are designed to match together. Sammy and I picked these out by laying out, I think it was 120 samples of card in the living room, and just went crazy picking them out. And we only picked 40 shades. But we wanted them to be like that, to match absolutely perfectly. So if you haven't checked out, or if you have and you're thinking about, I want a bargain, it's all the collection. So that's all 10 different lots. So basically, if you buy all 10, you're going to get all 10 for £64.90, as opposed to double that price, which would be like £130. So this is your time to fill your boots. Yeah, it really is. I was thinking of you, Leslie. It really is time to fill your boots. Certainly, you want to get it before it runs out, because our coconut white is out of stock, and we are waiting for that to come back in, and that's not back in yet. So I'm really, really recommending that you wait for that to, you get this while you can, because it is such a good deal. And the idea is of what we're doing tonight is what our Nicola's just said, and thank you, Nicola, for saying that, is I love it how all of his older dies work with his new ones. This is why I've collected his whole collection over the years. Thank you, Nicola. But this is what I've always wanted to do, is you'll find that all of my dies even work with all of my stamps that I did when I worked for a different company many years ago. Everything is on the same scale, so that everything works together. So I really need to demo, because that's what we want to be about. So I'm gonna go for our Leslie's favourite first. I've got 3 preps, so I'm hoping I'll get through them all. Really easy to do. If you've not used the inserts before with the frame makers, or a new one, all you do is take your die and tape it down loosely to your card. I'm going to cut this in white, and then you drop in. Now the square ones will fit in any, and remember, you can mix and match. So I could put opposing corners in circles and opposing corners in leaves. You could mix it together. So you've got so many more options. And again, remember, you can use these on their own. I mean, normally when I used to do corner dies, if I did 4 corners, they'd be £9.99. The fact that these are individually £7.99 is really amazing value. So if you want just one, if you think, I just fancy that and I don't have the frame, they'll match with other things. These will also match in with things like the 5-inch frame, because this is a 5-inch, so this will match in with your 5-inch normal frame, things like that. So all you have to do, put all 4 together and tape them down into your frame maker, and then you're just going to run it through your die cutting machine just like you normally would. But it will fit with other frame makers, not just the notched ones. So Jeanette's just said, I'll need to check what frame makers I have from before. Get them out. I have all of mine in a drawer. I use mine so often. I mean, I don't treat them well. I have all of mine. So let's say this one. So what is this one? This is one of frame makers. This one is a square frame maker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 3/4 square frame maker. Well, of course, and check that. Yep, it's cut. These will fit. So these will fit in our 5.5-inch frame maker, our 5 3/4, our 6-inch. So everything is designed to fit with everything you've had before. So don't think, oh, I haven't got the notched frame makers, so, and I'm not sure I'd use them on my own. If you've got some of the other frame makers, they'll work together. That was the whole idea. So I'm not going to sit here and prick all these bits out, because I've learnt now. I want to get through to more demos. So I've got one here I've already done. And of course, this is the benefit of the frame makers, is that I can just take the notched frame maker. So this is all from this bundle. So everything I'm using is all from the same one. So all I can do is I can just flick that on. Let's grab a top plate. Onto a piece of green. Run it through. I've already got this cut, but I wanted to show you how simple they are. There we go. And then, of course, that fits exactly. And trying to do that with notched dies. But look how much impact that has. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. So again, I'm going to use some spray glue. To put that down, just like that. And then I want to do a centre for it. And what I want to do is, I want to show you how we can use these dies. Feels like Blue Peter show when John says, here's one I made earlier. I've got a few here's I made earlier, Anne, to make you laugh. Oh, what's that? Who's done? Karen, I squashed one of my dies in the frame maker the other day. It moved, didn't tape it down very well. Luckily, it still works. That's lucky. That is lucky. Right, so Karen, and everyone else who's watching, sorry. Now, I was fascinated by how some of these were put together on the plate. It's how I'd drawn them out, to be honest. So I thought, well, wouldn't that make a really nice centre for a card? So that's what I've done. So I'm going to tape them together. So I've got number 1. And I put number 2 up against it like that. And all I'm going to do is tape it down. Yep, just like that. And then I'm going to get number 3. And number 3 is going to go on there, like that, is it? Or is it going to go on there, like that? You can work it out however you want it to do. It's actually going to go like that, against that one. And tape down. And the final one looks a bit weird at the minute. Trust me, fits in there like that. Look, makes you the perfect spray. Right, Kirsty, what spray glue do I use? I use a display mount or photo mount by 3M. It is very expensive. I am not going to lie to you. It is very expensive, but it's worth it. It's the only one I've found that works for me. Full stop. So what I'm then going to do is pop that into the middle of my card, and I've cut a square of card to 5 by 5. I've got some sticky back plastic, and I found that the other day. Oh bless Susan Mittelbach, I've just ordered all 10 cards. Susan, I don't blame you. I did it the other day, obviously separately, before I knew about this offer. It's crazy, absolutely crazy, and it is a limited time. It's not going to be on all the time, but yeah, I ordered 12, but then you know I go through a lot of card. So, going to run that through, cut that through. I'm going to rotate it round a little bit because I'm asking it to do a lot, and run it through again. But that's all you've got to do. Oh, Carol, thank you. Bought the bundle this afternoon. Love them. Hope there's more in the future. We're planning to do more as long as these are popular. And I'm not going to pretend to anyone. That's how things work, is if these are popular and we do a lot of these, then we will do more of them. It is how it works. So there's more planned. It's all about how popular they are. But I think as a concept, I love this idea of having insert dies, and the plan is to do a lot more insert ideas. I've got all your ideas from last week. Next week, we're launching the insert dies for haberdashery. Love those. Yeah. Michael says, I'm very naughty for not looking after my dies. I'm terrible, Michael, for it. I mean, if I could show you, they're all boxed and neat next to me. But the ones I use all the time are out. I treat them terribly. They're just on bits of metal in the drawer. So I've got one here I've already done, just to save time. But what I did was I used the bit that fell out from here. Yeah. As the backer behind that. But look how beautiful that pattern is. Here's one I prepared earlier, and I'll use some sticky back plastic. But you would never think that was 4 corner dies. Yeah? So you would never think, oh, that's 4 corner dies. You would think that is a specific die that's designed to do that. That's designed to give that pattern and give you that beautiful little square in the middle where you can just stamp your sentiment, which, again, we're going to do. When I grab it in a second. Where did I put them? Ooh, where did I put those? John. Should we take one of these from the Black Friday? Yeah. We'll take one from the Black Friday. So what I'm going to do now is I've got a piece of red and I'm continuing. So I'm just using the die set. I'm not using anything else at all. So within the die set, there is a square. So I've cut myself a little piece here to sort of, what have we gone, 5 by 5 or just short, 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. What was that Aran said? Because that was lovely. We're having some lovely comments. Thank you so much, everybody. It's great the dies are not used and stuck in a box when John invents new inserts for them. That's the whole idea, Anne. It really upsets me as a designer to think that dies are just going to sit in a box and never be used again. So much money in there. The Yorkshireman is it. The Yorkshireman in me hates waste. So I've spent good money on these, so I want to get them all. So I'm just taking that out. There we go. So that gives me another layer frame. So let's grab some foam tape and we're going to pop this together. So I'm going to put some foam tape on the red. I'm going to need to use my... Did I? Oh, don't. Please tell me I haven't lost that. Oops, honestly. Oops. Well, I did have the sentiment all done. And I don't know where I've put it, so we're going to have to stamp one, which was not going to be the idea. So, let's go with... I'm just opening a pack now that we're going to be using, that are going to be on the Black Friday. We're probably going to be doing a special Black Friday show. So I'm going to take this Noel out, put it straight, grab my precision press, because obviously I made sure that things we've done in the past all fit together. I'm just looking for a nice... There it is, red. Nice red ink. Oh, Sheila's just gone back. Right, foam tape. Jeanette, Nicola will answer for you. If you don't mind, Nicola, because Nicola's been answering that for people, she'll private message you with a link to it, because you get a discount on it. So there, I've just stamped Noel in the middle, but look, I made sure that these spaces would work. Sheila says, I've gone back and ordered the card, missed out on Autumn Shades. Autumn Shades is gorgeous. And Autumn Shades, because I ordered a new one of that, but Autumn Shades is a... So, you see, I'm not lying when I said I ordered a new set. I knew one of each one of them. So if you missed out on these before, get hold of them. But Autumn Shades, look. But £6.49 for 40 sheets of canvas card in this quality. I mean, we've got this currently on Hobbycraft TV at full price at £12.99 a piece. It's crazy. So what I'm going to do first of all is just frame. Can you see? Look. This is where this is me being me. That fits exactly. That square fits exactly the same thing. Oh, bless. Right. So now I think I've stamped that wrong because I've not done it evenly, but we'll see when I put the frame on. So now I'm going to go with the frame. So grab some foam tape. I've got 2 more demos to fit in yet, so I'm trying to rush this one through. Here we go. So I'm just going to frame that. And then with anything notched, don't worry. All you do, take your scissors behind and chop. And I'm chopping the corners off and then anything that pops out. There we go. I think that red's just might show a little bit too much. There we go. So you can see there how beautifully that works. We've used all of the same pieces. So all I've got then is I've made a bigger card blank for this. What's that? Oh, Christine, autumn shades have sold out. I wanted them. Christine, if any particular colour has sold out, it's because they've not put enough. There will be more. I'm sure there will be some more. So give them a ring. Give Penny a ring or Jane a ring after 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. And they will ask, and they will be able to add it on for you, hopefully. So can you see how different and beautiful is that, using the bits of that die set? And then all I've got now is I've made up some of the poinsettia with our fantastic with our brilliant Carol's idea, where she used the green and the red together. And just to decorate it up. So where are we going with that one? We'll go there. And we'll go there. But can you see there, just using those new inserts and using the bits from the panel, you're a bit too high up, aren't you? Let's move you down a little bit. There we go. So you're in the right level. And again, I'd cut out in case I wanted to. I could have put the joy in the middle. Actually, I think I prefer that. Let's put that on one. There we go. I prefer that, the little joy die cut. But again, we can use sections from our insert dies from before. So these are from last week's fantastic candy canes. Love that. And there we go. We can even have a little man on if we want to. But I love that. Just using those inserts. So that's using that fantastic... so that's using the fantastic, let's see if we can do it, notch circles frame and the new matching ivy insert, which works beautifully for that, but works for any time of year as well. So that's that one. Let's move on now, because I want to demo something else. So again, any questions you've got, guys, just literally fire them in. Just put the word Q for question or write question, and I will try and answer them for you. And so this time I'm going to use my favourite. So I've used our Leslie's, and now I'm using my favourite, which is the Hopkins notched frame. But I'm not going to use the frame maker. I'm going to use bits from the die, but I want to show you how you can make beautiful pieces just using, again, those insert frames. So this time I've got a piece of card cut to 5 by 7 inches. Yeah, and this is the canvas card, and this is 220 GSM. So it's 220 GSM, Michael's just asked, which is the GSM for that canvas card, which is the perfect, it's the minimum die cutting card. It just cuts beautifully. So what you want to do is you want to take that away, and what I'm going to do is I want to put these together in a frame. Yeah. So if anybody is after the foam tape and wants to know the details of it, if you private message Nicola Leishman, our Nicola is an expert at doing this. Sorry, Nicola, thank you. So anyone wants to know anything about the foam tape, mention our Nicola, and she private message our Nicola, and she will send you a link for it, because she was so good. Kirsty says her craft room was a box room. My friend had a craft room that was the box room, the smallest room in the house. And then she had another room, which was the guest room, which was a big double bedroom. And I said to her, when was the last time somebody stayed in that spare guest room? And she said, oh, about 5 years ago. I said, why are you paying your mortgage for a guest room that's not been used in 5 years? And your hobby that you're spending hours at every day is in the tiniest room of the house. I said, move, put your craft room in the big guest room and make the little box room into the guest room, because no one's ever used it. So what I'm going to do is I've taped them together first. That's the best thing to do. Create yourself a die. That way you can place it on the card nice and even. So I can get it evenly spaced that way. So if I'm trying to tape each corner down separately, doesn't work. Yeah? It really does. You need to tape them together first and then tape it down to the card. And then again, we're going to cut it out. And this is the beautiful crystal flower. So I should be changing it to get the right one. There we go. Yay! And I'm putting it at a Katie corner so that I can get the maximum die cutting time on it. And I'm just going to run that one through. So that's running through. I've already got one here that I've already cut. So here's one I prepared earlier in best Blue Peter fashion, especially for our Anne. And don't forget, guys, while you're waiting for this, I'm back on Hobbycraft TV tomorrow at 9:30 for an hour and a half. Oh, sorry, 9 o'clock for an hour and a half and 1:30 for an hour and a half. So you've got 3 hours of me tomorrow on Hobbycraft TV, channel 97, and on YouTube. And hopefully, they're hoping that from tomorrow the repeats will work. So that should be better. So I'm just going to show you. I'm going to take that die off because I've created one big die. And there we go. I can use that again. But there, look, all those bits cut out. Yeah? All those bits come out. So you can get a beautiful, beautiful frame. Now, I've got one here again that's already done. Scrape our bits off. Emma Woods, I've moved into the upstairs our garage. I remember you saying, Emma, is it done now and finished? So that onto a piece again of coconut white card. But look, doesn't that look like daisies? Doesn't that look spring-like? And yet this was the crystal flower we did at Christmas. Maureen Nunn, the only room I haven't got craft stuff in is the bathroom. I've just emptied a cupboard in the hall that had CDs in it. Now it has crafty bits. My whole apartment was exactly the same as that, Maureen. I promised Sam when we moved here that I would not have craft anywhere other than in the craft cave, which is outside in the garage. I've had to move it. I've had to break that a little bit, so we have some craft stuff in the office. But then it was meant to be a crafty office anyway, but not to crafting, because it was everywhere. Michael, what are you showing us on Hobbycraft tomorrow? 2 separate shows, Michael. 9 o'clock, I'm showing you the mini machine, so if you missed out on that, there's a brilliant deal on that with free dies, and the tag and everything else, because we thought there's a lot of Hobbycraft people that would want to see the mini machine, and it's such a good price. And then in the afternoon, I'm doing the pens. I'm doing our beautiful pet watercolour pens, our glitter pens, our baubles, and again, a couple of offers as well. So really worth tuning in. But you can think that's beautiful. No frame maker needed. Just work really simple. Julie Templeton, her craft room is her daughter's bedroom. She moved out and I moved in. Bonus is she had fitted furniture. So I have drawers, cupboards and workspace already sorted. That's absolutely perfect. So what I'm going to do, what did I do? Next, why have I got foam tape on that? No idea. Doesn't make any sense at all. So I'm just going to foam tape this one. And I'm going to pop it onto a card blank. That's what I needed to remember. Some bits I needed to remember for tomorrow to take for Hobbycraft TV. Because I have to leave at 5 in the morning. Because it's a couple of hours drive. So, here we go. So, just a nice, simple piece. Yeah, so you don't need to use the frame maker or even have them to make these inserts work for you. So you could buy the whole set just like that. Linda Brooks says, my craft room is the box room and I think I've outgrown it. Oh, yeah, I think we all have. I think we all get to that point where we do outgrow things. So, I'm just going to put that on. But a beautiful frame. Love that. And I could just almost use that as it is. Couple of flowers and go. So sweet. But what I've actually done is here, I've cut out, when I cut the frame maker, I cut the frame maker in this dark blue. Again, from the canvas card pack. And this is the waste piece from the middle, but look, I know exactly where to put it. So this is using bits from the frame maker. I think that looks so classy. However, if you don't have that. Jeanette Morrison, my house is my craft room. I'm with that one. Kirsty, how is Sam? Not seen him for a while. Sam's been away for work, Kirsty. So I only saw him. He only came back yesterday. And he's got a really bad cold, unfortunately. He's not very well from being away. But he's back for a week. And then he's back away for another week for work. So just love this. Now, I put this together and I hadn't stamped the sentiment on. So I cut another one. This is why dies work. Because rather than pulling things to bits, because I've cut this out with the die, and I cut this out with the die that matches, that's in that set, yeah, I can cut myself another panel stamped on, and no one will ever know I got it wrong. But I wanted to leave it to show you that that's what we can do, and that's why I love a die. And that is genuinely why I love a die, because I can cover a multitude of sins. But that looks so spring-like, and I've used the sentiment, which is one of my old ones. May your birthday be a special celebration and a wonderful day to remember. And then here we go. Whoops. So I'm just going to take some of the glue gel, because I'm popping down a little bow I've made, a little striped bow in those sort of colours. I'm going to put a little bit of glue onto there, because I'm using some of the beautiful stitched leaves there. And then I'm going to go with a dark flower in the middle, and then a lighter flower in. So I've used the two blues that we've used through that one, through this card. So just because they're Christmas inserts doesn't mean they have to be Christmas. And then I'm going to do the same on the opposing corner, but without the bow. But I'm going to go large this time to the left and small to the right. There we go. And then I'm going to go with this. What have I got this time? Ooh. I've got a large dark flower and a large light flower. And I've got a smaller dark flower to tuck into there. And there you can see, made just using, yes, I've used pieces from that beautiful Hopkins notched frame set. I love the notches. It's so classic. I mean, it is Art Deco, Art Nouveau, but also so classic. So love that. But it shows you that you don't have to use the frame makers. You can make so much use out of it. Oh, Jenny, I hope Sam feels better soon. I've just come back from a cruise where I caught a chest infection. So I'm using the need to rest as a good excuse to catch up on the videos I've missed while away. We're now nearing 900 videos on YouTube. So thank you to everyone who's supporting us on YouTube and doing so much on there. So that's using that notched frame. So to take you, gosh, honestly, where has the time gone? This is crazy. I don't honestly know where the time has gone. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So to take you back through the different options that we've got available. So you can buy all 5 new inserts. Yeah, so you can buy all 5 new inserts if you want to, and you just want to use those. Maybe you've got the frame makers already, or maybe you haven't and you just want to use them. I mean, look, how stunning does that look? In that same idea as the card I made earlier that I've put down somewhere daft and can't, oh, there it is, and can't find now. So with the snowflakes laid out in that same pattern of that swirl going out, yeah? Absolutely gorgeous. So that is JND 547, because remember, these are all available individually. So if you want them individually, Michael, can you do an extra hour, please? Do you know what? I wish I could, Michael. I will be back, but because I've got to be up so early tomorrow morning, not really tonight, but you will get 3 hours of me on Hobbycraft tomorrow. I will be here at 6 o'clock with midweek deals on Wednesday night. I'll be here at 7 o'clock for Craft Cave Live on Wednesday, and I will be back next Sunday with Haberdashery. So we've got 3, 4, 5. You've got 6 more hours of me this week, so not too bad. So if you wanted this one on its own, this is JND 547. This is called Snowflake Flourish, and this matches with the 506 notched frames, or notched vines frame maker. Then we have JND 545. This is the crystal flower inserts. Put them in the right place, John. This one matches with the 503 Hopkins notched frame maker. That's what we've just used to make this beautiful card here. That does look like daisies. I want to stick a pearl, although you don't have to because it's got a white thing on this one. Kirsty says we need a further 2 hours, please, John, on this. I'll do at least an hour extra of this on Wednesday, and I will do a full hour, I promise you. So that's if you want that one. If you wanted just the JND 546, and this is the Ivy Flourish, this matches with the JND 505, which is the notched circles frame maker. So this is the one we used in our other demonstration tonight. That's it. Christmas is cancelled. Sarah needs new dies. Won't be getting any more anyone presents. Sarah, I think that's the right thing. We're not buying presents this year. We're buying for my mum, Sam's parents, his sister and brother-in-law and niece. And that's it. We're not buying for each other. And we're not buying extraneous presents this year. We are only buying for ourselves because we get what we want what we get anyway. So thank you, Nicola. You're a star. So Nicola sent you the link and the discount code, private messages, those who are asking about foam tape. So please thank Nicola for that. She's a star for doing all this for us. Baked beans on toast then, Sarah. No, I'm quite tempted, Anne, by the Iceland Christmas in a box for 25 quid. Because it looks really good quality. And when I used to run my restaurant, the frozen turkey breast from Iceland is what we used to use. And I know a lot of chefs who use the frozen turkeys and the frozen turkey breast from Iceland in like 45, 50 pound Christmas meals. It's that good quality. So I'm waffling now. Sorry, guys. So this is 544, which is Charlie's Snowflakes, which matches with the Charlie's Notched Frame Maker. Beautiful. Just the plain snowflakes with that punch-out hole in the middle. So this one. I only buy for my great-nephew and niece and our son. Yes, I think that's the right idea. And it's really good, the Christmas in a box. It's got everything you need, basically. Add a few fresh veg and you're done. And then finally, if you're wanting them individually, JND 543, which is the Holly Flourish insert set, designed to match with the JND 499 notched floral frame maker. And that again is just $7.99. So any of those on their own are $7.99. Just to warn you though, these are part of our limited edition. So we don't have thousands of these like we do with a lot of our big die runs. So these are limited edition. We don't have thousands of them. We've only got a couple, I think we've only got like 400 or 500 of these. We don't have as many as we would normally have. So I'm just warning everyone on that. But if you do love them and you want the full collection, then you can get the full collection for $37.95, which is saving you 10%. Helen Louise is going out for Christmas dinner. Good idea, Helen. I'm cooking it because I love cooking Christmas dinner. I cooked it last year for all of us. Myself, Sammy, my mum, his mum and his dad. But this year it's just going to be the 3 of us. So hopefully we'll love that. So you can get them all together. And then remember, if there's a die you're missing or you want to get those notch frames, you've missed out on them, you can get those. So each one is available with its insert with a 10% discount. So you're effectively getting your insert with it for half price, really, with that 10%, because obviously they are quite big die sets. So you can get any of those for just, they go from £22 up to sort of £30.97. Sarah says want, you mean need. I know all of our craft wants and needs, aren't they? But thank you for joining me tonight. I hope you've really enjoyed that. I've loved it. I hope you've enjoyed the cards that we've made. Sorry we've only done 2. But I will do more on Wednesday, I promise. And if you can join me tomorrow on Hobbycraft, that would be fab, because we really want that to work, and we really want, you know, we all want the TV back because it drives the whole industry. So we really want it to work. So it would be great if you can watch it. Samantha says, "Are you not going away this year, John?" No, our Sammy's working, so we're not going away this year. Leslie's cooking for 14. Do you know what, Leslie? I'd love cooking for big numbers. Absolutely love catering big numbers at Christmas. It's so much fun to do. It's easier to do 14 than it is to do 4, trust me. So if you can join me tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock on Hobby Maker, that would be fab. And again at 1:30, I think it is. It's around that time. I'll tell you tomorrow or later. And if not, I'll see you all at Wednesday at 6 o'clock for our beautiful midweek deals. And it's fab this week. But take care, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon.